video is for the 89 calculator users, and I'm going to redo the problems, all these problems you should recognize. I worked them out by hand, and now I'm going to work them out purely on the calculator. When you take the test, all these application word problems will be on the calculator portion of the exam, so you're going to have the option of using your calculator. So you really wouldn't have to show much work. So remind yourself, the problem says the price of gas through the month of March is modeled by the following quadratic, where x equals 1 corresponds to March 1st. On what day in March did the price of gas reach its maximum, and what was the highest price of gas in March? So a couple of things I know before even going to my calculator is if I graphed this quadratic, because my a value is negative, I'm going to have a parabola opening down. I see the keyword maximum, which is right here, aka vertex, right? So if I worked this out by hand, really I'm just looking for the vertex. And the max, let's just slot this in here. This x coordinate, y coordinate would be my day in March and my maximum gas price. So not too bad to work out by hand, but I'm going to do it on my calculator. So if I go to my y equals, which is, and if you don't remember how to do like find a maximum and whatnot, go back and watch the max video. I'm not going to walk through that real slowly. So I'm going to go diamond F1 to my y equals screen, clear out my old function, type in my new one, make sure you use negative and not subtraction. Okay, so I've got my quadratic there. Then I'm going to start out with a standard window. So remember, you can go to F2 for zoom and just go to a standard window to see what we can see. I know it's going to be opening down, and I'm going to be able to see some of it. I don't see the maximum point as well as I want, so I know that I should adjust my x max to see more out to the right, and that makes sense because x is days in March. Well, if I do a standard window, I only have 10 days in March. So if I go to my window, diamond F2, change my X max, since that's days in March, to some, well, however many days in March. I'm going to overshoot though and just say 40. I know there's not 40 days in March. Negatives don't make sense, although I can still graph them, but I don't have negative days in March. My Y values are my gas prices, so negative 10 doesn't make sense, but I'll keep it. Positive 10 is plenty large because gas prices haven't quite reached $10 yet. So that's probably good. I really just needed to adjust my days in March. Now I just go to graph. So that's diamond F3. And I'll see that graph now and hopefully see my maximum a little better. And sure enough, I do. And I want to calculate the maximum. And again, I'm going to go through this a little more quickly since you know how to do it already. So go to math F5, calculate the maximum. Find my maximum point, get your cursor roughly there, and I'm good. Lower bound means you go to the left of your maximum and press enter. Upper bound means go to the right of your maximum and press enter. And you'll get your maximum point, which is your vertex, and that's 16, 1.26. Now what does this mean? Well, X is the days in March, so that means on the 16th of March, gas was $1.26, and that actually answers both questions. So pretty slick, especially if you're real good with your calculator, to do this problem without any work at all.